Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will build a fun quiz game using Python. It's a beginner friendly project where I will explain every single line of code so you can follow along to build this project successfully. So first I need to show you how this project look like. So let's run the project. So you can see now welcome to the fun quiz game zone and ask for your name. So I can enter my name. So I can simply write and it shows, hey Rohit, let's test your knowledge. And simply first question is displayed, so I can answer which of the following not a programming language. So I can choose one. So here you can see now correct nice one. And after that second question will be arises, and if I choose 5, then it shows invalid input. Let's move to the next one. So if I enter invalid input, it's move to the next one. So after that next question will be arises, so I can choose one, and it shows oops, the correct answer is central processing unit. After that fourth question will be arises, so I can choose one. This one is correct, and after that I can choose again uh, second. It's also correct, and after that I can choose 3. It's correct, and after 7 question arises, I can choose again 3. So here I can choose 3, and after that I need to choose 3. So this is our last question, so I can choose 2. So you can see now our quiz is finished. Your final score are 10 out of 8, and it's print simply great job, you clearly know your stuff. So basically this is our fun quiz game project. So let's get started to build this amazing quiz game. So first we need to importing some libraries. So first one is import random, and second we can use import time. Basically import random brings for operation like shuffling list and generating numbers, but here we use to shuffle the questions order so the quiz can press each time. And we can simply import the time. We can use to add some small pauses, or you can say delay for nicer pacing in the terminal output. After that we need to create a questions, so we can simply write here quiz dot questions, and we can create here a Python list that holds multiple dictionaries each, and each dictionaries represent a new question item. So first I need we need here questions, and after that we need options, and again we can need here answer. So here we can pass a string with the question text, and here we can add multiple choice answers, and here simply we can add here correct answers. So here we can pass questions, so I can write question which language is used to create web pages, and simply use question mark. And again we can use here comma, and here we can write options, so we can use here bracket, simply use options. So I can use Python is my first option, and I can simply write second option is HTML, and I can give third options, so I can use here, and after that I can write, and simply here we can pass answer. So our answer will be HTML, and here also we can use comma here. Basically this is our first question content, and after that I need to add more questions, so we can simply use here comma. So I can copy it and simply paste here and write here our next question. So I can write here which data structure uses FIFO, first in first out. Basically, this is our first second questions, and again I can write four options. So I can here stack, and second option will be queue, and third option will be tree, and I can simply write four option for graph. And again we can pass here answers. So I can answer is queue, and simply use bracket here. Here this. So this is our second questions. Now let's move for third question. Now uh, I copy the questions here. So you can write or choose questions according to your own choice, and you can add more questions by your own to make this project more interactive. So I can copy questions. You can write according to your own choice. Now after this, I need to paste question 4, and after this I need to paste question 5 here. Now we can add our sixth question. After that we need to add our seventh question. After that we need to add our eighth question. After that I need to add ninth question. After that our last question will be 10th. So our question will be completed. You can add more questions according to your own choice. After that we need to define a function name with run quiz and call at the end using init method to run this our quiz platform. So after that we need to simply print here welcome to the quiz game, and I can choose here emoji. You can choose according to your own choice. And after that we need to simply use uh, time.sleep, and here pass one. Basically it shows welcoming message on the terminal, and time.sleep is used to pause the program for 1 second. Here you can see now after print welcoming message, it's ask for username. So for ask username, we can simply use name and use input, and simply ask what's your name, and simply use question mark here. And here I can choose emoji. You can choose according to your own choice. After you enter the name, simply print greeting message. So we can use f string, and, and simply use hey, and simply pass your name, and simply print your let's test your knowledge. Again simply use emoji here. After this you need you can see now here print a separate empty statement. So after that, before this we need to use again time.sleep, and simply pass a pause for 1 second, and after that we can create variable name with score and pass data is equal to 0. And after that we need to use your total, and simply use length, and here we can use quiz question. So here we can pass simply quiz questions. It shows how many questions available on the question, so using length method. So our question will be 10, so in total variable 10 questions will be stored. And after that we need to use random dot shuffle, and simply again we can pass your quiz questions. Basically it helps to randomly change the order of the question of items in the quiz questions list. And after this we need to create a loop that goes through every question. So we can simply use for loop, and we can pass your I, and we can use Q in enumerate, and simply pass your quiz dot application, and start with 1. Here I is the questions number starting at 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so goes on. And Q helps us to actual questions dictionary. After that, we need to print this uh, separate line with dashes. So simply we need to use your print using a string and pass your dashes. After that, we need to print using a string. We can use question and simply pass your I, uh, and here we can pass total. So as here question starts with 1, so this will print I is equal to 1. Here you can see now 1, and total length of our questions is 10. So this will print questions 1 of 10. After that it will increases and it shows questions 2 out of 10. Mm, After that I can choose here some emojis and simply print here. After that we need to print using a string. We can simply pass. Mm, we can simply use questions for Q and simply pass here our question. Using this print statement, so the actual questions, for example, for which keyword is used to define a function. Using this we can call a questions. After that we need to use for inner loop again, so we can use for, and we can use idx, and we can simply pass your option in enumerate, and again we can pass question for Q, and for now we can choose options, and again we can pass here start with 1, and after that simply we need to print here using string. Simply pass your idx, and again we can pass your option. Mm, Using this we can display the function options of the questions. Here you can see now options. Here index is used to define 1, 2, 3, 4, and our options will use to define function, define def, and function. After that we need to write for code user input. So we can use try and simply choice is equal to int, and we can use your input and simply enter your choice, enter your answer 1 to 4. And after this we need to use selected, and we can again we can pass your queue, and here we can pass option, and here we can pass choice -1, and simply here again we can pass emoji, and here user to type a number 1 to 4 and wait, and int help us to convert typed into number integer, and here q options and choice -1 picks the option text that corresponds to the that index and stores it in selected. After that we need to write basically uh, it's read the user choice from 1 to 4 and convert it into actual text, and like options are there here, define and matches, and keep it in selected. After that we need to use your accept, and simply we can pass your value error and your index error, and simply print invalid input. Let's move to the next one, and again I can use here some emojis. After that we need to simply use time dot sleep for pause for 1 second delay, and then print next one, and simply use continue. Basically accept help us to keep program running without crashing. If user type something wrong instead of 1 to 4 choices, it's showing a warning and continue with the cues. After enter, here you can see now after enter your answer I can choose here 2. It checks the answer. So we can write for code, check answer. So we can again use if selected is equal dot lower, and simply use is equal to. Again we can use questions and match with answers, and again we can use dot lower. After that we need to simply print here correct nice one. Basically using this we can convert both string to lowercase, so the comparison ignores the uppercase differences. And if they match the program, it's print correct nice one, and simply use score, and we can plus here 1. We can, if they match the answer, the program print congratulations and increase score by 1. After that we need to use else and simply print using a string. Oops, the current answer is we can again use q and simply print for answer, and simply use slash n, and after that simply use again time dot sleep and delay for 1 second. Basically if they don't match the answer, it shows oops the current answer is, and shows the correct answer. And using time dot sleep, pause for 1 second and move for the next question. And again we can use your emoji for better look. So first I need to remove this and use this emoji. You can choice according to your own choice. Okay, after this all questions are done, then we can print some lines for summary banner. So we can use last one is result summary. So we can simply print here. I can use for better design layout. So after that we need to print using f string. Simply print quiz finished, and simply pass your name. And after that we need to print here using f string your final score, and simply pass your score. And again we can pass your total and use lesson. I can choose emojis for cool designs. Okay, we are successfully built this one section. After that we need to print this. So we can again for last one feedback message section. So we can create, so I can use if score is equal to total, then simply print here outstanding. You nailed it. You nailed it every questions. Basically if user get all correct answers, then print outstanding. You nailed every questions. So again after that we need to use elif, and if score greater than is equal to total, and into we can use 0.8 and simply print here great, great job, you clearly know your stuff. I forgot this. Basically if score at least 80% of total, then it's print great job, you clearly know your stuff. After that again we can use elif here, and if score greater than if score greater than is equal to total, and again we can use your 0.5 means 50%, then simply print here not bad, keep practicing, and you will get even better. So I can this, and here we can this. After that we need to use else and simply print here. Looks like you need a bit more practice, and simply write don't give up, and simply print here. Here I can choose some emojis for better look, and basically this program responds differently depending on your how many answers the player scored. So feedback feels personalized. After that we need to call our quiz. Uh, Now let's run the program to check our running project is running or not. So we need to run this. So I can name Rohit. After that here, okay, here 70 question, here question. Oh, here we can use questions, so we can remove s, and again we can remove s, and again we can run this program. Okay, again we can, then we can answer it. Okay, okay, you can see now our project is completed, and our code is also in running. So that's it. Thank you for watching.